right, everyone. Welcome back to Stick a Fork in It. A little bit of a special edition today in honor of a dear friend. But I'll let Shannon kind of introduce what we're talking about today.
Yeah. So Yvette was in our world, and her story is incredible. We're relaunching her podcast in her memory. But the reason why you and I got to know her so well and got to spend the time with her because Rhonda Gindelsberger, that is our Chief Operating Officer, has an amazing story to tell and why she has just become, she's iconic with Feeding Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that's for sure. I got to meet Yvette 10 years ago when I started here at Feeding Tampa Bay, and she was one of the first agencies I got to work with. She's she ran a food pantry, and I got to meet with her and sit down and talk with her about her story and how important her story was to her work and her mission. And so it was so powerful. It was, the moment that I realized I was in the right place, doing the right thing. And it solidified my career here at Feeding Tampa Bay.
That was your moment, your aha moment, this is where I need to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's a magnificent lady. I know you guys are going to love to listen to Yvette speak. And, she's a person very faith-based.
Yes.
And we know that heaven shines a little brighter because she's in it. So you guys, meet Yvette once again. On location once again, we're at Open Arms Ministry in the Clearwater area, which is part of our region in Tampa Bay. And today we're with one of our agency partners. Really, it's a story about how it takes over 400 for us to get meals out in the community. We are the connector. We know also that if someone needs food, they need a whole lot more. Yeah. So it's really about those relationships and those partnerships. And really everyone has a story. But this particular friend, icon in our work, magnificent woman that our colleague Rhonda introduced us to, is a testament to what we do.
Yeah. I mean, we know so much about the struggles that the people that we serve go through, and Miss Yvette is somebody who has experienced every single one of those and managed to kind of turn all of that hardship and pain into something that can help other people because she understands what they're going through. And, for everything that could have or did go wrong in her life, she has turned that into something to help others with.
Right.
Yeah.
And even as it continues, she helps others. And she's a very faith-based, strong, compassionate, amazing woman. Folks, I want you to really listen in and hear what she says, because I think we can all take a little something from it. And always remember, if you're in search of food, please do not hesitate. Go to feedingamerica.org, or if you're here in the Tampa Bay area, feedingtampabay.org, and we can connect with a partner near you. Miss Yvette, we are so excited to be on location at Open Arms Ministry in Clearwater, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And this is where you actually distribute food. You're one of our agency partners.
Yes, I have been for over 10 years.
Over 10 years with Feeding Tampa Bay. That's amazing.
Yes.
First, let's learn a little bit about you. We always, when we start, we want to kind of understand a person and how they ended their journey to today. Tell us a little bit about your life as a kid. How did life begin for you? What was the environment that you were raised in?
Well, my mother worked. There's 6 of us. I'm the oldest. I have 4 sisters and 2 brothers. My mother worked most of the time. I went to work when I was 14 years old. I had to lie to get a job to help my mom work.
Right. So you helped contribute, as siblings, you contributed to the family income.
Absolutely. Yes.
So where was this?
This was in New York, in the Bronx.
Yes.
That's where I was born and raised.
Right.
And my mother's from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And so is my father.
So going to work so early, having to all pitch in to help and support, what was that life like for you?
It was hard because I had to go to school also. So I was working for Kentucky Fried Chicken at that time from 4 to 12. So I used to come home at 1 in the morning and then get up at 6 to go to school.
How well did you do in school with that pressure on you?
Not very well because I was focusing on helping my mom
Right.
to make sure that the bills were paid.
Right. And that there was food on the table.
Yes. And school to me was boring.
Right. Because you were out in the workforce. You were
Yes.
helping support a family, really. There was
Yes.
like an independence behind that, right?
Yes.
Gosh, so young.
Yes.
So there was pressure, but there was independence.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. What were your siblings like? Did you guys live did you share rooms? What was
In the
that
beginning,
like?
we did share a room. It was 6 of us. So the 6 of us lived in one room.
Wow.
Then my
Wow.
mother was able to get a bigger place, and we didn't have our own room, but the girls with the girls, the boys with the boys. Then finally, she was able to buy a house with all her hard work because she
That's
was
wonderful.
She worked hard.
Yeah.
She really did. And
And I'm
we didn't
sorry, what
see
did
her.
she do again, your mom?
She worked in factories.
Okay.
Okay. When she finally got here, she worked for the police department as a cross guard.
Okay.
She passed away 2018 of cancer. And so I've learned a lot from her, not to give up,
Yeah.
to be strong,
Yeah.
and to work hard for what you want.
Right.
Yeah.
And about family too. Being raised like that, what did that teach you?
It taught me to be not a friend to my children, but to be a mother. Today, sometimes we tend to be friends with our children instead of a parent, and that's where we have a lot of problems come in. Even though she was very strict, that led me to make a lot of mistakes. I am still grateful and will
Right.
continue to be grateful for all the teaching and what I've learned from her.
Right. Right. That's a first person, many of us, a parent of some sort, whether that be a biological parent or the parent who chose you, right? They kind of leave this imprint that on your
Yes.
heart, in your mind,
Yes, yes.
that helps you become who you are for mostly the good, sometimes not. It depends on someone's situation. So going back there, sharing a room with all of your siblings, are you guys really close?
We are. How can I tell you? Everybody's doing their own life. We have
Sure.
different personalities. Sometimes we don't agree.
Right.
But if there's an issue, we all come together. We're not as close as I want it to be, but I make sure that everybody's okay. Even me, I'm very busy. I tend to focus a lot on the community, my children, my grandchildren, and just everything else. But I do check with them to see how they're doing, being that my mom is not here no longer.
Right.
Right.
It changes the
And I'm
dynamic.
the oldest, yes.
Right.
And it's not easy
No.
because
it's
they're
not.
all different. And they may say you don't love them, but you do love them. You just don't love them differently.
Right, right. You love them for who they are.
Yes.
Which is a lot of what we'll talk about, folks,
Exactly.
who they are.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Right?
yes,
For
yes.
So take us back to the Bronx. A memory of a meal around a table, what that was like for you, like something that stands out to you.
We used to go to, my uncle had a bakery at 17th Street in the Bronx. And sometimes they would come over and for Thanksgiving, Christmas, the family gatherings. Each generation is different. I think when we were growing up, we were closer more to our grandparents and all that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Today is because of the economy and everything that's going on, we're not as close. But it was Thanksgiving, Christmas. You look forward for that.
Yeah.
And
When everyone's
sometimes-
together.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
They could sit down and just talk, or even if you didn't get along for that one day.
Right.
at
Everybody,
least-
it was peaceful.
Yes, it was peaceful.
It was the cone of peace on the
Yes.
holidays.
Yes.
You shared that you're of Puerto Rican descent. That's where your mom was from, right?
Yes.
What is an amazing meal that your mom would prepare?
rice and chicken.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seasoned perfectly.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not just rice and chicken.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's a little
That
something,
has
something
like
in there.
different context in every culture. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
And then she didn't really like to cook, so my father used to cook.
Oh, okay.
So he would make spaghettis. He liked spaghetti. He liked Italian food. And rice and beans and pork chops, things of that nature.
Yeah.
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 So, yes.
Yeah. So tell us about your dad.
Well, he was, I was raised by him
Okay.
since I was 1. And he did the best he could.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why everybody had a real father and I didn't. Right? But I still respected him and I loved him. I didn't understand him, but
Right.
I loved him. And that was the end of that. He was a good man.
Yeah.
And he accepted my mother with me and my other sister, Elizabeth. And then we had the twins. My mother had the twins, then the other ones. There was 6 of us. So
Right.
it was okay.
And he was around for so long. It's like
Yeah.
he really was your
That
dad.
is- yeah, that he is.
I took
Right.
care of him when he got very sick.
Yeah.
And because he said I never loved him, but I did.
Yeah. Oh.
I just had a lot of resentment, you know?
Yeah. That you understand differently as you grew older.
Yeah, because now I'm the stepsister, or that's not your father. You know, I was criticized for that
Yeah.
too. In life, you get criticized for everything, judged
Yeah.
for everything. But I learned to deal with it,
Yeah.
the tolerance.
Right. I think generationally, we're pretty close generationally. It's gotten a little better.
Yes.
Thank God. There's so many things you can complain about in this day and age. But as far as the judgment, the very harsh, loud, voiced judgments that really, remember, sticks and stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And I really think that's the opposite.
But they do.
They do. I think they hurt worse than something that heals and goes away.
Do you know that the
Because you
worst-
carry them for the
Yeah.
rest of your life. They help mold, make you, and change you. Is, if you're being judged and have negativity in your life,
whatever you tell a child when they're small, it sticks with them
right?
for the rest of your life. You know
Right.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
People think that they'll forget. They never forget when you
No.
tell them you're just like your mother. You're just like your father. You're not going to amount to anything.
Yeah. You
That
can't.
sticks with them.
You can't. How can you do that? I don't think anything like that kind of sets those seeds of doubt, right? So tell us about growing up. So
I went to school.
yeah, and the working, and then what came next in your life as you got to be an older, like a 20s, as you got older?
Well, honestly, because I didn't understand a lot of things and I was always judged and I didn't feel accepted.
Right.
So I made a lot of wrong choices, which landed me in prison. Trying to survive. Not listening to my mom when she said, don't do this. And sometimes as parents, we try to tell our children, don't do this. It's not because we know it all. It's just that we've been through it.
Right. We've
Right?
experienced it.
And I didn't listen to my mom. I thought she just wanted to run me. And
Right. Trying to control.
Yes. And I didn't understand most of the things. So I just went out to the streets, started doing whatever I wanted. And it landed me going to prison.
How old were you at that point?
I was 20,
Wow.
Man.
And how long were you in prison?
6 years.
Wow.
My goodness. What was
And-
that experience like?
It's a jungle. People in there suffer.
Yeah.
Prison does not help people, you know. It just takes away from them. And it makes them more bitter.
Right.
Me, I took advantage of it and I learned.
Yeah.
I learned the law. I went to John Jay College from there. And I learned.
Right.
And still, when I came out, because people don't want to help you,
because you have that
And
history.
then I had children. You go back to your same ways.
Yeah. What else do you have?
Yes. Then I came here
to Tampa Bay area
to
from New York.
Yes. And I found myself needing food, needing. And I said, oh my gosh. St. Paul United Methodist Church means the world to me, because when I went there, Mary Vaughn, the only one, told me that God loved me, right? And no one had ever told me about that. I knew about God, but I never had a relationship. Like, I never went, God help me.
Right.
Because I thought it was just too much nonsense that goes on.
Right.
And I went there for food. Little did I know that God had a plan for me
Right.
there.
Right. Before we get to God's plan, which really is why we're sitting in open arms, right?
Yes.
Why did you need food? Why were you seeking food? Had you had children by then? Why were
yes,
you?
I had my I had the two smallest one, my daughter, my son, and I didn't have. They went to school. Sometimes they had to wear the same clothes. I did the best that I could.
Right.
I didn't want to do the wrong thing, because those are the temptations when you have no one that helps you, and no one is obligated to do so.
Right. But when you find someone who does.
Yes.
Right.
And then when you have find someone to help you, it's like they hold it over your head. So you tend not to go to people.
Right. Because the fear of that. Not everyone
Yes.
does that, but there's a fear that you're going to owe them something.
The guilt, the shame.
Right. The shame.
And remember what you do, you bring to your children's lives.
Yeah.
Right.
I wasn't aware of that until everything started happening.
Right.
I said, I'm going to protect my children. They don't see me, but I brought the drama to them anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they had to suffer when I went away.
Right.
My oldest son, Peter. Okay, he suffered. He was 5.
Yeah. That's young. It's hard.
Okay, and it's something that I'm just learning to forgive myself for that,
Right.
because it's hard.
Yeah, it is.
It really is,
Right.
you know. But
When you came to Florida, you brought, how many children did you come to Florida with?
I brought 2.
2, and then,
Peter was already here, and Robert, and they were doing their lives. But I brought the other 2, and I was also in a domestic violence situation.
Was that when you were leaving New York, or when you got
When
to?
I got here.
Okay, gotcha.
And I didn't say much, because you tend not to. When I realized that the mess you create involves other people, you bring other people, I stopped talking.
Yeah.
I would just deal with it.
so you were living in a domestic violence environment, and you didn't say anything because you didn't, if I be quiet, it'll go away, or
Yes.
no one will know.
Yes. Well, the shame, the guilt. How
Right.
can I do this to my kids?
Right.
Because then now you're blaming yourself for the wrong choices,
Right.
what they have to go through.
Right.
Yeah.
And every opportunity that I get, I always tell my children I am sorry. Always.
Yeah.
Because I do mean it.
Right.
You know, did they forgive me or not is on them. But at least
Right.
from the bottom of my heart, I've asked for that.
Yeah.
Right. And you recognize it, which has to feel like something for your kids, however they take it.
Yeah, well,
But-
Robert, he didn't understand. He was the middle guy. He didn't understand, so he hated me.
That's so
For 20
hard.
years, I had to deal with you didn't love me, you chose the streets. And I finally learned that it was because I was not listening. I was making excuses for my mistakes. And all he wanted was, I'm sorry, Robert.
Yeah.
Right. And for you to start making different choices.
Yeah, and tell him, you know
But
what,
at a young
you're
age,
right.
he wouldn't know that. But
No.
as an adult, he knows that or knew
You're
that.
right. I would tell them, yes, I know I'm going to stay, but I had to.
Right.
An excuse.
Right.
They didn't want to hear justification.
Right.
They wanted to hear from the heart,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
And it was until then that things started getting better.
And how old were they when you finally, when they led you in that direction of being truthful with yourself and with your kids? How old were they?
Well,
You
they were already men.
Okay.
They already were. And I had to realize that you have to be transparent.
Right.
People are going to judge you even if and you're not perfect. Nobody is.
Right.
No matter what you do in life, right or wrong, they're going to judge you. There's still consequences. So why lie about it?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why not
Because
be
we all have it in our own way.
We all have
it.
struggles. We all
Yep.
have skeletons in our closets.
Yeah.
Okay, once I learned who God was, I said, I'm forgiven. I'm being transparent, and I learned also through the community that being transparent helps the community. They learn to trust you
Right.
because you're not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Right.
It's funny that you bring that up because literally our last episode was about sort of like being honest about your own struggles and your own truths and things like that, and how freeing that is, because you were saying earlier people won't accept you and that things like that. But once you're like, this is me and this is how I am, like not only does that free you of that guilt, but then other people can be like, oh, I'm allowed to do that. Like,
Yeah, I met Malcolm,
yeah.
6 years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I was just diagnosed with colon cancer stage 4. And I was nervous. I kept on telling him my accent.
Right.
This, that, this. And he said, you're going to be fine, Yvette.
Right. You're going to be fine.
Yeah,
All you
you're
have
going
to
to
do
be
is
fine.
share.
Yeah. And he said, just speak your heart. And I started speaking.
Yeah.
And sometimes the video does pop. And I say, thank you, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll share that video because really you and Ev met in the past 6 years ago, and you did a video together to talk about our work.
Yes.
And we'll make sure that all of the viewers and
The
listeners get to see it.
transformation.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh man.
Right.
Yeah. Because I haven't seen you since then. Well, I saw you, I think, at the Hunger Dinner event, but
Yeah.
that was 5 years ago. So.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I always speak about the transformation.
that anyone can do it too.
You know,
Yeah,
all you have to do is believe, have faith, and hope, and you get through it. But you see, I didn't know that
right. And someone
because everybody was, I told you so.
Right.
You're a loser.
so you feel like you can't do anything right.
That's how I felt.
Right. And then
Being
you-
betrayed by the most people that you love.
Right. Not
you
giving you,
think
making you feel valued. Somebody that's, I tell my children that in life, everyone needs someone who will give it all for them. Right? I think that builds a huge foundation if you have a parent that would give it all and listen to them. And I'm so sorry you really didn't have that. Not that it wasn't intentional. They didn't know.
No, they know they cannot
And
give you.
generationally, like for instance, my mother taught me things that were lacking for me.
Yeah.
And then now I've got things that I'm sure my kids will pick up. It's just the goal is to get better and better as we go on with transparency and truth.
Yeah, and you know what? They cannot give you what they never got.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Right. Because they didn't know.
Because my mother loved me how she knew how.
Yeah.
We
Right.
all have different love languages.
Yes.
Okay, but I had to learn that. I was very naive to a lot of things that I had to learn. Okay, when you have a child, there's not a book that says, well, this is how you raise a child.
Right.
You go along. You get married, this is how you be a wife.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially I think people who are just trying to survive, they're like you were saying when you were younger, when do you have time to, practice emotions and being a daughter, being a mother? Like you're just trying to live.
Right. You're trying to get by.
Yeah.
You're trying to put food on the table or find
Exactly.
food.
Yes.
So you came to Florida, and your first experience with reaching out to get food assistance.
I went with my sister to St. Paul United Methodist Church.
How did you find out about them?
I just walked
Yeah.
looking for a church. The first church just looked at me and I don't know, I was judged. So I kept walking and I saw St. Paul United Methodist Church. I was with my sister, Elizabeth. And we got to St. Paul. I'm telling you, I love St. Paul United Methodist Church. They're out for the community and for the people. Not that the other churches are not. I only speak of St. Paul United
your
Methodist
experience,
Church
yes.
and Victor Newman Ministry. When I got there, I didn't look at you because the shame. I would not look at your eyes. I told Miss Mary Ron, I'm here to get some food. I need food for my children.
Yeah.
And she got up and she looked at me. She said, God loves you no matter what you're going through.
Wow.
And I said, ma'am, I'm not here for this. All
Yeah.
I need, because I've been judged already
Yeah.
by another.
You had a shell on you.
Yeah.
All I need is food. She says, come back. I'll see. Then something took over me, the Holy Spirit. And I speak about that because it's so important. You got to believe in something.
Right.
And God is the one that could only help you. And I speak on that and I let people know. Okay, it's not forcing religion on anyone, but it's letting you if you want to know my truth, this is my truth.
Right.
Okay? How I started, how I got here. God is involved, the whole movement. And I met Bobby Van Dyne, Allison, all of them. And they said, come back. And I finally went, and it was a small room. When they saw me come back, it's like, it was a small room. They didn't have Feeding Tampa Bay. They didn't have all they had was Publix that was bringing bread to them. And I said, okay, God, what do you want me to do here? I don't know what to do here. But then I started doing things. You know when you just start doing things and you don't know where it's coming from? And that's where Open Arms Ministry was born. Okay, I think my passion to not let people go hungry like I did would motivate me to do this.
Right. To help others and understand them.
And understand them, not to judge them, because God placed me where He wanted me, because He knew already that there were going to be people that come in here that are already judging other people
Right.
in other places. I don't judge people.
Right.
My husband tells me that sometimes I give so much that I'm too kind. But that's who I really am. Even doing the wrong thing, I was kind to people.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
And you can't do wrong right.
Yeah.
Right.
But even doing the wrong thing, I was still doing the right thing, like helping people.
Right.
I was just doing it the wrong way.
Right.
My passion to do this, we were in a small house. And that's where I met a gentleman from Feeding Tampa Bay.
Okay.
He heard my story and he wanted me to go work for Feeding Tampa Bay. I said, my mission is not done here.
Right.
I
Right.
cannot leave.
Right.
So I met Rhonda.
Yes. Rhonda on our team.
You want me to continue with Rhonda?
Yeah.
Rhonda,
Yeah.
compassionate human being.
Yep.
She didn't know what she was getting into.
Because she was new at.
She was
Yeah,
new.
she
She
just
had
started.
just gotten here. Oh, she
Yeah.
was a week already
Wow.
here.
Oh wow, that's
Very new.
Yeah.
So
And she came out of education, right? She was yes.
And she asked me, what did I do and why did I do it? So I had to share my story. That's why transparency is, you can't hide what you do wrong because then people won't get it.
Right. Right.
Okay? And I explained to her why it was my passion of feeding the community. And I told her what I've been through, what she was going to encounter. I said, you have to have that passion to serve the community, or else they will know you're phony.
Right.
You have to be able to serve without judging because we all struggle. That a lot of people use the system, yes, but who are we to judge them?
Right. We don't know where they are at. Right. Everyone has
It's not
story.
our business. Our business is to make sure you don't go to sleep hungry.
Right.
Yeah.
And no one should.
Okay? And we started talking. And it was like her heart melted and she teared up. And she said, oh my God. I said, you got to prepare yourself. This is not, ministry is messy and what you're doing is ministry.
Yep.
As quiet as it's kept. And ever since then, we became
Go ahead.
good friends.
Yeah.
The best.
Yep.
The best. And
You guys have a true love for each other and respect.
Feeding Tampa Bay transforms people's lives. And they don't understand that. They do. Rhonda does now.
Yeah.
Because people come here, if you give them a box of food, that's the beginning of letting you know we care. Feeding Tampa Bay cares. God loves you. He brought you here for a reason.
Yeah.
We are not here to judge. And then when they feel, then I tell them, I've been through it. I know what it is to be judged.
Yeah.
That's where your integrity, your transparency comes in.
Right. And builds that trust that they need so desperately.
They
if you're in
need
such,
to know the truth.
Yeah.
Not sugar-coated, the truth.
Right.
Hey, Rhonda, how are you doing? Thanks for joining us on Stick a Fork in It.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, we're really excited because the wonderful Miss Yvette Carter from Open Arms Ministry is on the show today, and she just finished mentioning the wonderful relationship that you have with her. Reflect on that a little bit, because we're hearing her side of the story. Let's hear yours.
Well, anytime I hear her name, I get a little emotional, to be honest. My eyes get a little teary because she's definitely the first person here that I met outside of the walls of the food bank at an agency that really connected me to the mission of, helping serve our community and making sure people have what they need. And so I felt a special bond to Yvette ever since day one of meeting her. And we've continued a friendship and a partnership that's lasted through the almost 8 years that I've been here.
And then you're so gracious in introducing your peers and your teammates to Miss Yvette. That's how I met her, is being introduced through you. And she immediately wraps her arms around you and authentically loves you and what you do and every fiber of her being. So I'm really excited for everyone to get to hear her story and her passion for serving people. But she runs an agency, what we call Feeding America, actually, is an agency partner. Can you explain how important agency partners are to Feeding Tampa Bay and really across Feeding America?
Well, with covering 9,000 square miles in West Central Florida, there's no way for us to do it all on our own. So we have wonderful partners out in the community, which are food pantries, soup kitchens, community partners that really help us make sure that folks have what they need in their local community. So, in our 10 counties, over 400 partners that help us do that work, whether they're coming to our warehouse to pick up food or we're delivering it to them or connecting them to one of our programs. Our agency partners are a critical piece of the way we serve our community.
So an agency partner is held to a standard. Food safety is important. Can you tell us a little bit about that? It's really, we have such an amazing team that makes sure every partner is working in a safe way.
Absolutely. So we have our neighborhood partnership coordinators, which cover certain counties within our territory. And their responsibility is to help make sure the agencies have exactly what they need, but also to make sure that they're living by the standards that, we need to make sure that food is well taken care of, that we're entrusted with these donations from our great food partners. And so our agency relations team, our neighborhood partnership coordinators, go into each pantry and make sure that food's being stored the right way, that refrigerators and freezers are clean, and that, the food is just being well taken care of, because we wouldn't want to put something on somebody else's table that we wouldn't put on ours. So making sure that we're providing that dignity with, cleanliness and treating that food with respect as well is really important to our team. And so when they're going out to do a site monitoring, which, we're required to do too by our contracts with Feeding America, but also a standard that we want to put in place to make sure that we feel good about what our partners are giving out to our neighbors who are in need. So really important, but that time out there to make sure that they have the information and the resources that they need, and that, we can best support them in any way.
Right. And those that they serve. That's how 92 million meals got distributed just out of our little 80,000 square foot warehouse with our 165 employees. These partners help make it possible for many families, individuals, seniors that are really struggling with food insecurity. So Rhonda, I want to thank you for introducing me to Miss Yvette. And I'm not sure if she's mentioned her book yet in the show, but she has her own book telling her story that folks can find at Amazon, From Homeless and Hungry to Wholeness and Helping. It's an amazing book. I know you've read it. I got my signed copy today. And I thank you personally. And really, we all thank you for what you do.
And thank you. It was great being here.
You talked about the system. In our world, we say not everyone, people don't just think about, I'm going to go get free food and waiting on a line for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stigma around going to get food. There's a lot of stigma around and how it makes people feel to be on SNAP benefits. There are so many things that we need to open our eyes for and be compassionate about. And speaking your truth is that first step.
Yeah.
Being authentic and building that trust is the first step. They have to have it somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I was judged too, because I went to other pantries to get food. And I was judged.
Really?
In the beginning.
Before the church?
Before the church.
Wow. So you know what that feels like.
Helping Hands. I went to Helping Hands. RCS, which is Hope now.
Yeah.
I know Tony from Hope for years.
Wow.
I know him as a client.
Right.
So I know what it takes and what could happen, how we are judged and looked at in a lot of places. But that's not our place.
Right.
That is not our place.
Right.
The purpose is to stop the hunger. Feeding Tampa Bay's purpose.
Yes.
That's why I'm an advocate for Feeding Tampa Bay. I speak it wherever I go. I love Feeding Tampa Bay.
I think the feeling's mutual.
Right. And we love you too. So when you started Open Arms, about how many meals were you distributing when you first started?
In the beginning, when we started, we didn't have Feeding Tampa Bay. We were just doing 35 people.
Okay.
Once we started with Feeding Tampa Bay, it's maybe 100. Now, on Fridays, we do over 250 people on the drive-by, the
In
cars.
one day. Yeah.
Yes, in one day.
Wow.
Plus, here we do 80 people a day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Because there's two locations.
Yes.
I run two ministries. I run for St. Paul. I'm the director.
So
at
you
St. Paul.
went from someone needing food to the director of their pantry.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. That's the name of my book, From Homeless and Hungry to Wholeness and Helping.
Yes.
Okay. And Victor Newman Ministry, which is my ministry and my husband's, Pastor Michael Carter. And then we have ministries, other churches that are not able to get food but are connected to Feeding Tampa Bay. And they come under the umbrella of Open Arms.
Okay.
Okay, because if they're under our umbrella, we could serve them,
Yes.
and then we serve the community. So we have at least 20 other churches that I provide food for that are under the umbrella of Open Arms, and they serve their community. And maybe it's 300 people a week, maybe it's 200, maybe it's 50.
Right. But it's there.
But it's there.
Yeah.
So we're covering, we have stepped out of the walls. Okay, that's why Open Arms Ministry.
Right.
Embraces everybody.
Into the community.
Yes, yes, and that's what Feeding Tampa Bay wants.
Yes.
To
yes.
work together. It's not about your pantry or mine.
No.
It's working
How do we get-
together
how do
as
we-
a team
Sure.
for one purpose, to stop the hunger.
Right. Right. And it's we can't do it alone.
No.
Right. So we
No, we
have
cannot.
just to explain for the viewer or the listener, we have agency partners, which Open Arms is a very large one.
Yes,
Under
we
our
are.
umbrella.
Yes.
But we have
They
over
are.
400 throughout our region
Exactly.
of organizations, very heartfelt, very trusting organizations that distribute food. That's what helps us get to 92 million meals, and eventually will help us end hunger. We're going to do it all together, making sure that food is right near where you live or where you work, so you can access it very easily, which is why you've expanded,
Exactly.
right, out through other...
Well, we had the small house. Then God gave us this facility. Okay, because if you look at the scripture, it says, Matthew 25, 35, 40, when you were hungry, you gave me food. Okay, so it's an honor to be with, it really is, with Feeding Tampa Bay. That we're as big as we are because of Feeding Tampa Bay helping us
Take care of your neighbors.
take care of the community.
Yeah.
And then I have a team. I have a team that's you can't do it. You can't do it alone. My
get it.
team is the perfect team someone could have
Yeah,
here and at Victor Newman. I love my team.
yeah.
We may not agree all the time, but we work together to stop the hunger.
Right.
And they're learning that sometimes people come here with an attitude, but it's not against us. It's because they're ashamed. I was ashamed to go get food.
Yeah.
Right.
I would go and get the bag and go like, oh, is someone going to see me or get judged? Because you get judged for everything here. Right?
And we've got to stop that. We really do. We have to stop that for folks. So you talk about your expanding mission through this community with your team, but you personally have been battling something yourself, but you've even spread it out to where you go there. So tell us about your health struggles and what's been going on, because you're doing these magnificent things, feeding all of these people, growing this organization, really reconnecting and understanding your family, right? And being
Yes,
honest and
yes.
truthful, which is probably building stronger and stronger bonds
Yes.
every day. But a personal struggle that you're having, really tell us about that.
2018, when I met Malcolm, he came to do the interview me at Victor Newman Ministry. And I was just diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer.
Right.
From then on, my journey has been a journey.
Yeah.
I had to have surgery. Half of my colon was removed. So, and I'm not ashamed to say it anymore.
Right.
I do wear a colonoscopy bag. Transparency.
Right. But you wouldn't know that. But
Right.
you know it.
Yeah.
Like, I would not know that about you.
When God has a plan for you, it doesn't matter what you're going through. He's going to make sure you get it done.
Right.
And I had the surgery. They removed it, but it has spread a little bit. It was not radiant, but I still struggle. I'm taking some type of medication now that is for the cancer. Instead of doing it through the port, now it's 3 pills in the day, 3 pills at night.
Is that a form of chemotherapy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm fighting for my life basically every day.
Right. It's a maintenance
I can
protocol that you're
never
on. Yeah.
stop it for now until God does a miracle. What keeps me alive is what I do. The passion to feed the people. That keeps me motivated.
Yeah. You're a strong voice in this community. We need you here. Now we've become friends because of Rhonda. And I know a few months ago you had a health crisis. Everybody was texting on the phone. Everyone was praying
March
for you.
24th, I lost, my blood count went down to 60. So I could have had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I had 103 fever. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was out of it. So they rushed me to the hospital. I was there for a week. They thought I was going to die. But again, here I am. Because as much as the enemy tries to stop the good you're doing, God intervenes.
Yeah.
And I mention God a lot because I would not be able to do it without God and the encouragement of my family, my friends that love me, my team, the community. I didn't realize how much the community loved me until I was taken out in the stretcher, and I looked to the side and everybody from the line had just gotten out.
Right.
So, and I don't do it to get pat in the back. I do it because I know what it is to go without food.
Right.
You see? So I still struggle with the cancer, but the passion that I have to doing this is what keeps me alive.
Right. It's your purpose.
And Rhonda she came to see me when I first was diagnosed here. And I basically know a lot of people they know me.
Yes.
Because I speak of all of them. And I'm the first cheerleader.
Yeah.
Feeding Tampa Bay, I'm the first cheerleader. I'm telling you. I told them, if you need me to speak for you, I would do that, even though they have their own people. But you always need someone that's been through it.
Yeah.
Transparency.
I think it's a testament to your trust and your friendship that you've built over the years that Rhonda pulls her people to you.
Yes.
And introduces, like, you have to meet Miss Yvette.
Yes.
You have to hear her story. You have to know her motivation and understand what she does. And I've been fortunate to be one of those people that's kind of been brought into your world. And really see what you do in the community from a wholesome, transparent heart. It really is. You just come at this community with your heart and soul because you know what goes on with it. What are your goals? What are the plans that you want to see done through your ministry?
I want to be able to feed more people that are struggling. We are looking forward that grant goes through so we can make this, put the refrigerators up, and they'll be able to pick their own food.
Yes.
I pray for that every day. Every day.
Yeah.
I said, Lord, please let me see it. Let me just see it.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
I just want to see that and continue doing what I do.
Yeah.
Feeding the community. I love the community. I really do. I just love when they come in, and you have to see when they come in, they come down, and then when they take their box, sometimes they have a smile that it's just a glow like, I'm going to eat for 2 days.
It's relief, right?
You know, I understand that, but what am I? I'm like 6 years in hunger relief now, I think. I think part of it, too, is you're given food and that sigh of relief, but it's also how someone who is coming for help, how they're regarded with dignity and respect and kindness, and knowing that someone cares for them, genuinely.
And you have people that will play the system, don't think. It happens.
But that's not the majority.
But that's not
the majority.
that's not my business.
Yeah.
Right,
Just be honest.
right.
You don't have to lie to us because this is not my food. I'm doing the work of the Lord. I don't want to even think that I turn someone away that's going to go hungry.
Right.
Right.
I don't
Right.
want to do that because I won't sleep.
No.
No, I won't. I'm
You've had
telling you.
many sleepless
no,
nights.
I won't do it. I won't sleep. I've had people call me at 5 o'clock, and I will come over here.
And give them food.
I won't do it. I'm not going to go to sleep saying, "Oh, what a child went to." Not me. I
Not
want
today.
my conscience to be as clear as possible.
You're doing all of your best.
Yes, I try to.
You do.
Thank you.
Authentically. You're like
Thank you.
a voice for our work. So, how are you today? We talked about your goals. We talked about what you live for. How are you doing today? You personally.
I'm at peace. I still struggle with the cancer. Every day is a fight. I don't know what could happen. I don't know. I don't know because the cancer has spread a little bit, even though it's not radiant. I still have it in my system. And I know God's plan. I'm in God's plan.
You're at peace.
I'm at peace. I love what I do, so I'm happy. I'm happy. I have my children, my grandchildren. I was able, when I thought I was going to die, my youngest son was having his first child. I said, Lord, please let me see that child.
Yeah.
Today, I have a great granddaughter.
Wow.
Wow.
And so God has blessed me. He really has. He's protected me because for me to go through everything, the pain, the struggles, the prison, the betrayals, and still be able to share it and not be ashamed of it because people made me feel, I allowed them to.
Yes. But you didn't know any different, so.
And today I'm able to stand and say, yeah, I did that, but I'm a changed person. I'm a changed person, and God loves me. And I have my church family that believes in me. Feeding Tampa Bay believes in me, my husband,
do.
my children. I have my son when I was out. He took over, Peter.
Wow.
He took over because he knows how to do it. My kids have volunteered.
Yeah.
You see, they don't watch what you say. They don't hear what you say. They hear what you do.
Yeah.
You see, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And Peter has mastered this, and he does it with a lot of joy.
Right. Right.
And so does my grandchildren. Robin. They all do. Michelle, all of them, and even my little grandson Matthew. If you find a video, he says, "Grandma, can I help you?" And he's putting boxes on the table.
I love it.
And it's just showing your grandchildren that it's good to help others.
Yeah.
If you see someone hungry, offer them something. Don't let them go without eating.
Yeah.
I think for folks that are mission-based or, it's a way of thinking that we all hope that with our work that we leave a legacy.
Yes. And again, I'm not a perfect human being.
No.
But I've paid the price dearly of all my mistakes.
But you've now used them to help for the good.
Yes.
And
yes.
use your voice for
I
that
mentor
as well.
women. I've done Celebrate Recovery. I mentor women not to give up, because sometimes your self-esteem goes to the floor. That with people, I told you so.
Right.
I told you so. You amount to nothing. Oh, you're going to do the same thing. You lose hope. And you end up doing the wrong thing. And then you make the wrong choices. Then you don't have money to eat, or you put your children through stuff that you shouldn't.
Right.
So my children have also learned to stand on their own feet,
Yeah.
to be strong. Okay, they love Feeding Tampa Bay. Peter has gone to Feeding Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And I speak a lot about feeding wherever I go.
Right.
Feeding Tampa Bay, Feeding Tampa Bay, Feeding Tampa Bay.
We all help the work get done, right?
Yeah.
To
And
bring
you're doing
food
a
and
great
peace
job.
and connection to services, so hopefully folks won't need us.
You're doing you have a purpose in life, and you guys really don't even realize it. It's to stop the hunger. God has you where you need to be, not where you want to be, where you need to be. So he could use your voice. You're the voice of the unheard.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Always remember that. You are the voice of the unheard.
Obviously, I think you are probably part of the loudest part of that voice, I would say. I mean, I don't think we can overstate how much the agencies that we work with really are the last leg of that race, you know?
Yeah.
You talked, I think before the show, a little bit about just how difficult this work is. And, you know, you mentioned here how your team is learning, like, how much of a struggle it can be. And, like, I think we have 180 employees at Feeding Tampa Bay, and 400 or 500 agencies that actually are getting the food out.
Right.
And it's, I mean, we really can't say enough how, like, you guys are.
Yeah, your boots on the ground
Yeah.
for this community, making sure the neighbors in this area have what they need. All of it.
One day they came to do an inspection here, Feeding Tampa Bay, and then she said, you know, Yvette, you've become the face of Feeding Tampa Bay. A lot of people talk about you. You don't hear it, but they do, because Rhonda knows you so well.
Yeah.
And they know what you do and how you put the food out there. When you need if they need it, Feeding Tampa Bay need us to put something out, we get it and we put it out
Yeah,
there.
we do. And we couldn't without each other.
Yes, and it's working as a team. That's why I speak about my team, because I couldn't do it by myself. I need a good team that already knows.
Yeah.
Okay, and they also have their struggles, and they've learned to love the community. So my team is worth everything. It's priceless. My team is priceless.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. And that just builds on your legacy.
Yes.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
We know with food that so many great things happen around a table, whether it's a family meal or with your team. If you had a table with yourself and you could invite 3 people, whether they're here or not, who would you bring to the table?
My mother. My mother. When she died, I had just came out of radiation. She knew something was wrong, and her last words to me was, "I'm not going to bury you." And she was in the hospital. And I said, "What are you talking about? Just get better so you could come and take care of me." I went home. My son got the call within 5 minutes to go back. I never got to say goodbye.
I'm sorry.
And that swayed a lot. I saw her, but I never got to say goodbye. And that's been hurtful. But I know she's happy with what I'm doing. And also my children, my grandchildren, I have 15 of them.
Wow.
15 grandchildren.
Wow.
And I love them all.
Yes.
I love them all. My youngest one, She's 3 months,
Oh.
Myra, and my great granddaughter, Kiana, and she's beautiful. So I'm blessed, considering all the suffering that I've been through.
Yeah.
God has.
So I think
Yes,
on this
yeah.
one, for around who's going to be on the table, we need to give grace, and it's going to be a really full
Very
table
large
of
table,
family.
yeah.
Yes.
It's your family.
Yes, my
And what would
family.
you want the family to have to eat? What would be the dinner?
The dinner would be rice and beans,
Yeah.
salad. They like pork, the pork shoulder. Some like pork chop salads,
Yeah.
things of that nature. Empanadas.
Nice.
Plantains fried.
Yes. Yes.
I'll help serve if I can have a few bites.
I would invite you too. Yes. Yes.
So, thank you so much for sitting down with us.
Thank you for having me.
You're iconic in our work, just because of who you are.
Thank you. That means a
and-
lot.
You know, from everything you've been through, from your journey to where you are, where you've earned to be today based on your faith, do you have a favorite phrase that keeps you going? Something that you keep in your mind that you're like, I can do this?
Jeremiah 29 says, "Therefore I know the plans I have for you, and it's to prosper you, not to hurt you." I keep that real heart in my heart.
Thank you, Miss Yvette.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor, as always, speaking to you, to Malcolm, which I haven't seen in over 6 years. I love you guys. You're doing a wonderful job. Thank you. Just thank you for helping us provide for the community. You are transforming lives. You're
We are
not
together.
changing lives. You're transforming lives. Always remember that. Anybody could change anything. You could change the TV, but when you're transforming lives, that's forever.
And we're doing it together.
Yes,
We love you too.
I love you.